Hello and welcome to the review for my MOC, Zhetena. This lady is the empress of a planet called Jambai. She's of a species that is, I guess, hard to even consider a species because it's sort of the result of various genetic tampering and stuff. I just call them hybrids right now. I'm sure I'll come up with a better name in the lore. And yeah, because of the nature of her biology, it's somewhat politically volatile that she is the head of state for this world. So that's kind of the background on the character. That's kind of it. As for the MOC, this MOC has been through absolute development hell. Actually, before I get into that, I should say, I hope you all enjoyed the slightly redone video format for this one. This is the first one where the slideshow and the review are all in one, so hopefully that's cool, and hopefully that's working out well and you are digging it. But anyhow, getting back to development hell, yeah, this MOC was just in various prototype stages for a couple of years, I would say, before finally, sometime literally just last year, I finally got her to this current state. And, yeah, I have a lot of stress associated with this MOC. Maybe not so much stress as just frustration, due to constant dissatisfaction. I'll put up maybe some older pictures of her to show kind of how she used to look. She was really one of the worst things I had built, quite frankly, since I started watching Relic, and I knew it, and I was just finessing the MOC and trying to tweak things, and just, because I saw the potential. I knew that it could be pretty cool, but anyhow, it finally is. I'm finally really happy with it, and I think I've brought it up to speed with my current building techniques. So anyhow, let's get into the actual design, starting with those beautiful feet. So anyhow, as you can see, she has just silver protector feet with a little straight-up raptor claw thing going on, which is kind of fun. I don't know, it's not very functional because it can't really go that far up without kind of getting pushed outwards by this armor piece, but I don't mind it. I kind of like it flat on the ground because normally a raptor claw is raised up, you know, to do lots of murdering. So I kind of like having them flat because it makes it a little less cliched and a little more subtle. Kind of cool little smooth tile on the side of the foot and Technic piece just to add a little fill-in gaps. Here we have just some CCBS, of course. The mid-section of the leg, the calf, I guess it would be, and shin, is made up of a mata foot. Looks kind of weird as you start to, like, straighten out this bit if you really wanted to, but as long as you keep the leg kind of locked in under her like that, I actually think the shaping works out really well for that mata foot, and I think it just makes the digitigrade kind of leg design really work fairly well. So that's cool. One of the only annoying things on this MOC that still bothers me, and it's not visual, it's just functional, her knees are really weak. Like, she just wants to do this constantly, and it can be kind of annoying to pose her. I haven't done the slideshow yet at time of recording this, so that might be annoying, I don't know. I'm not sure what the best way to fix it is. They're old Mata feet. I mean, what do you expect? They're not going to have the tightest sockets, so I guess I just have to deal with it. Anyhow, you can see how this thing's attached. The upper legs are just CCBS, but this little Nuva shoulder, just with that Technic piece frictioned in there, that works out great. It really just completes the legs. Without that, I think they'd look really plain, but just that one piece where it's not super obvious how it's actually attached makes them look just a little more interesting and really add some nice shaping. Speaking of shaping, the hips and the skirt sort of area I think turned out pretty nice. Not as epic as, say, Devok's skirt, but a lot better than, say, the old version of Shellock. And yeah, just the shaping and color layering of, like, this gunmetal CCBS shell overlapping the skull spider in Metro Blue, and then that's overlapping another gunmetal CCBS shell. I love how that looks. Nice shaping, nice colors and textures and stuff. Main just sort of silver torso piece in the front, and another big silver torso piece in the back. These little sort of hinged system pieces with the little vent tile just for some fun extra texture. Little random spikes. I don't know why those are there, but they exist. Actually, I'm really happy with the way the back of this MOC looks. That's the wrong way to zoom. Just the kind of flowing of textures and colors with the silver, what is this, Hordika foot, I believe, and then the Nika armor, and then this CCBS piece. Just looks really nice and solid overall. The front of the torso and the chest area is, gotta one-hand the tripod. Oh, no. Oh, okay, she actually is standing up on her own. It's fine. Okay, there we go. The chest and shoulder area in particular, I really like the way it looks. The just shaping of these large kind of add-on CCBS armor pieces up on her shoulders, along with this big chest armor piece, and the tubes in here to kind of fill in the gap and add that extra bit of texture. I think that turned out great. The overall look of the torso is fine. You can see a little uniter armor piece hidden in there. And then we've got, ooh, this is, I think that's a Mixel eyeball. Or actually, no, it's just a plain white ball joint. Never mind. That's interesting. Just hidden in there. It's got these little minifigure gun pieces in there. One of the few little kind of interesting details worked in. This MOC is pretty smooth for the most part, but there's some tiny bits of more interesting texture just to kind of break it up. But I do like the overall more kind of smooth, armored look that she has. I think that turned out cool. I'm trying to get everything all symmetrical. It's fine. These lift arms are just sort of shoved in there, and sometimes they start to kind of bend outward a little, like so. And I have to make sure that they're really tight in there so that they don't look like total garbage. There we go. That's how the guns and everything are supposed to be. It all kind of clicked into place. Very satisfying. This piece comes off a whole ton because the tubes overlap and this one is higher. It just pushes this piece off, so that's a bit annoying, but it's not too big of a deal. Do I dare pop off the chest? Oh, never mind. It comes off really easily. Okay, I think it was actually falling off. There's a little look at some of the Technic in there to attach some of the armor. And this is, in case you couldn't already notice, a stealth Anika torso. A stealth Anika torso hiding in there. So that's pretty fun. I always like getting to use those. And it's nice to use just prefab torso pieces sometimes on larger MOCs, because it adds a bit of stability and simplicity where otherwise things could get a bit annoyingly complex. So that's pretty much it. The head, obviously, super simple. I do like the way it looks. It's not my favorite custom head ever, but I think it's fine, and it serves the purpose that it does pretty well. And the arms are obviously really simple. This Roxy head is attached just with a Technic piece just shoved in there. As for her weapons, she has this big-ass shield that I usually put on her left bicep. And it's just some big Technic panels with this Hero Factory piece and some lightsaber bars in there for the connection point. And then her super simple sword with the little trans yellow kind of stud on the end. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. And that's pretty much it. I like this MOC. My overall thoughts. I think the color palette turned out nice and the color distribution. I don't generally go for gunmetal a lot, but I think it worked out well here. And combining the gunmetal with gray and silver and the dark blue, I think just looks really nice. It's just a pleasing color palette to me. And despite all the development hell that this MOC went through, I think the final version is actually not only really solid, but possibly one of my more favored MOCs on the shelf these days. And that's pretty cool. There's a word of encouragement for you. That's the mocking lesson that I learned with Zhetena, is that even if something seems like it sucks, if you just keep working at it, eventually it might become not only good, but like one of your best things. So for size comparison, here's a flashlight. Here's a pencil sharpener. That's a speaker. That's a lamp. Here's a microphone. Okay, anyhow, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed. I don't know who the heck we're doing next. I think it might be this Black Fantasy Plague Doctor MOC that I have, actually, so that could be neat. But anyhow, let me know your thoughts on this MOC down in the comments, and I will see you all soon. That is the Watching Relic out. Another review finished. Goodbye!